Hello again, and welcome to another episode where we learn how to create wealth through investing in real estate. Over the past 2 years, I've had to answer a lot of questions about what is co-investing, how does it work, and how do I even create wealth through it. There's a lot of misunderstanding around what co-investing is, and whilst today is not the day that I'm going to talk about what co-investing is, because I have talked about that in a previous video which you can watch here through this link, I am going to, however, start to talk about how you can make great returns through co-investing. My name is Lerato Lekena-Okoro. I'm a real estate entrepreneur, broker, and strategist based in Lagos, Nigeria. And for almost a decade, I have helped numerous people to get started in real estate, build up a portfolio that works through real estate, and to basically keep investing to be able to create cash flow through real estate investing. I would love to do the same for you. And today you're going to learn one way that you too can start to do that for yourself. One of the first things that we've seen a lot of people think when we start to talk about co-investing for real estate is the fact that they feel like somebody will cheat them or somebody is going to cause them not to be able to get the full scope of the rewards that it is that they can get. But the truth of the matter is that with co-investing, you actually are more in control of what it is that you're able to earn, because you get to make most of the decisions in terms of where it is that you want to be able to invest without actually putting yourself out in just that situation where you can only do it one at a time. We all know that the opportunity to get actual capital at every point in time would be based and leveraged on how much it is that you're earning or how much it is that you have available to you. So if you then have the opportunity to be able to spread your investments across multiple options, why don't you take it? I'm going to show you how it is that you can actually do this and make sure that you are getting more benefits for yourself just because you're co-investing. The first one will be research. If you know where it is and what it is that people really want, then you would also be able to make better choices in terms of your investments. Investments require that you understand what people want to be able to get, what people are looking for, what it is that people are asking for, and then you now put your investments into those things. A lot of options are going to be out there in the market that would require or would say that they would be able to give you different returns after returns, but then you are going to be the one that has to make that final decision to ensure that when you do go in and put your funds into any of these asset groups or into any of these schemes, that you're going to know that you can make your money back because you have done your research. And because when you do your research, it also means that you are going to understand the market trends. You also are going to be able to know how it is that you can spread your investments across different options. So you know that popular saying that says, don't put all your eggs into one basket. That code is exactly what you're going to do with this next tip. Diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. The fact that you're co-investing means that you need to be able to ensure that you are nearly 100% guaranteed that you're going to be able to make the money that it is that you are expecting. And two, it also requires that you're going to be able to say that you can optimize how much it is that you're going to be able to make. I'll explain. If perchance you let's say you have maybe a 10 million naira that you want to invest in real estate, and on normal day, that 10 million naira would require you to put it all into one thing, maybe a piece of land, or for you to be able to buy a smaller apartment that it is that you can do. By being able to co-invest, you can actually take that 10 million naira and put it into 2, 3, or 4 different projects, because you know that they all have the opportunity for you to be able to make it, and you want to be able to have little pieces of this. Think about it when you go to a buffet, for example. You want to have a full meal, and you won't go to a buffet looking for a full meal and you go there, you take just one item. What you're doing when you go to a buffet is that you will be taking little portions of different things to ensure that you're able to get a full meal. That's literally what diversifying your portfolio with co-investing will actually look like when you look at it from a portfolio perspective. You look at it from choices that you're going to be able to make. But you see how it is? Just the same way with a diet, you have to make sure that you're eating the right things in the right portions. That is exactly how it works when we say diversify your portfolio. So first, we've started out with research. And secondly, we've gone on to talk about how you can diversify your portfolio, or how you should diversify your portfolio. And the next one is going to be something that you would be really excited to hear about. So stay tuned. Now we're back. So next up, if you're one person who normally doesn't watch the news, or you don't pay attention to policies or regulations, or just updates that come up in society, or you just don't even, you feel like you can live and exist in your own world of digital media and all of that, today is the day that you should stop that habit, because you are cheating yourself out of understanding what it is that is happening all around you. When you understand what it is that's going on, you would be less prone to being taken for a fool. I'll explain. Let's break it down this way. So remember that in 2021, there was starting to be talks about how people can start to pay rent on a monthly basis. And, everybody's just like, what's going on? What's not going on? What's going what's what? And if you did not know about that opportunity, and you then had the opportunity where somebody came up and said, oh, I want to pay you rent monthly, then you think, no, that doesn't happen, that's illegal, and stuff and stuff. And somebody else hears about that, and the person goes on to be able to give that person that monthly rent. You would have lost out. You'd have lost out because you would have assumed that that is not possible. It's not something that should be done. It's not legal to be able to do it. Whereas there are talks about going into it, and it can very easily become the norm. That just goes to show that when you are not up to date with what is going on in the market, or what it is that's going on in society, or even just the policies that are coming into play, you would be cheating yourself out of knowing and making better choices or better decisions for how it is that you are investing or co-investing. We all have seen all the work that is going on along the Lekki-a.k.a. corridor, for example, and that build of infrastructure on its own is definitely one reason why property in that area is going to appreciate in the next few months or years, and you're going to see a whole lot more influx into the area. Now, if you're someone who has kept your head in the sand all over again, and then you keep saying, oh no, the roads to a.k.a. are bad, and then people keep saying, but they're not bad, the fact that you don't know, you're going to keep thinking that they're just lying to you. So this is another way that you're going to be able to make great returns for your co-investment, because you would be seeing the opportunity of things as they're happening, because you are up to date with news, you're up to date with policies, you're up to date with updates that are going on in the society. And again, you know what they say, information is the first keystone for wealth. You have to be able to get that information. You have to be able to know what it is that you're looking out for. You have to be able to know how the information that you're getting is impacting on the things that you want to be able to do. And you have to be able to use all of them to be able to make better decisions for how it is that you invest and you co-invest for greater returns. Are you ready for the last one? Let's see. And the last but not least way that I'm going to share with you today about how it is that you can leverage co-investing to yield greater returns for yourself is that you should have a long-term strategy. Don't look at it in terms of, oh, it's just smaller amounts of money that you're putting into it, so you don't necessarily need to pay as much attention to the plan or as much attention to how it is that it goes or how it is that it grows. Don't make that mistake. Any amount of money it is that you're going to put into any form of investment has to be planned for. You have to be able to understand how one step takes you into the next step, and how the next step adds on to the first step, so that it continues to make much more money, and then you're able to leverage all of that, and you basically would be forming not just a string of or multiple investments that you have across the market, but then you would be having multiple investments that are interconnected so that you are going to be able to use each of them in instances where one of them is probably not doing as well, or you're going to be able to use each of them to buttress and support each other. And I know that your long-term goal, your bigger goal, is actually going to be achieved. I was recently speaking with someone who was breaking down how he is using real estate to literally fund his retirement plan. And he told me, he said, Lerato, what I'm doing with real estate today, and this is, it may not even be, visible to you, but this is something that I'm doing. And it is the fact that I know how much it is that I want to be able to earn or make when I am retired, when the kids have gone and I'm not paying school fees, I'm not paying for spending for them, and it's just me, and I want to enjoy my life. I know how much it is that I want to be able to earn every year, and if I can just build this portfolio in the small bits and pieces that it would be, such that it can make me that amount of money, I will be happy and I'll be fulfilled. So what is your long-term plan? What's your big goal for how it is that you want to be able to invest in real estate? What is it that you want real estate to be able to do for you? Plug it in to co-investing. Put your money into small pieces of investment in different areas and make sure that they are connected and they can be interconnected in such a way that each one of them would make money that can be added up with all the other ones, and then you would find that you are going to be able to make up to your big number that you want to be able to earn from real estate. So there you have my 4 ways that you can leverage co-investing to be able to yield greater returns for yourself. And I'm just going to do a quick recap for anybody who is just joining in or you're just coming in, so that you can be interested enough to go watch the entire video. The first one would be do your research. Second would be diversify your portfolio. Number 3 would be you staying up to date with news, policies, and updates that are going on in the society. And number 4 would be you having a long-term goal. Co-investing is a very creative way in which investors can actually make so much more money than they would make if they were going it by themselves. Also because a large part of the goal and the results for co-investing would rely on the fact that it is very passive. You probably are not going to be the one who's going to be doing the work. So you would be hiring and you'd be having professionals that are managing these assets and these portfolios for you. And you would be free to go out and still work on your 9-to-5 or your direct business, as the case may be. In these instances, what you want to do is that you want to know that you are not only making the best choices for yourself, but you are also making right choices that are aligned with your goals. So till next time, where we will come back and talk about another strategy or another opportunity for you to be able to create wealth through investing in real estate, it's bye for now.